welcome to Fayette County Public Library Storytime. I'm Miss Kim and this is Miss Lisa, and we would just like to start with this story today. Tell the truth, B.B. Wolf. Saturday was fix-it-up day at the Villain Villa. The big bad wolf and his chums were sewing and hammering and painting. And over here, there's this little radio saying, "Who's afraid of the big bad wolf?" "Hello," said B.B. Wolf. "Sure, when?" "Today?" "Okay, bye." "What's the matter?" asked the crocodile. "Miss Wonderly invited me to the library. She wants me to tell the story of how I met the 3 little pigs." "Oh, I love that story," he says. The Troll knew the 3 little pigs by heart. "But I wasn't a hero." "You wanted to eat those little piggies, didn't you?" cackled the witch. "Put a spin on it," Rumpelstiltskin suggested. "Tell it your own way." "Give it a happy ending," advised the crocodile. "Everyone expects a happy ending these days." "I'll try," said B.B. Wolf, and he hurried to change into his best clothes. At the library, Miss Wonderly led B.B. Wolf to a cozy chair in the story corner. B.B. Wolf started off with a song. "Hard luck always follows me, and trouble is my middle name." "Wrong," squeaked the little voice. "Your middle name is B-A-D." What that spells? Bad. B.B. Wolf growled. He began again. "Hard luck always follows me. No trouble is my middle name. Anytime there is a crime, I'm the one to get the blame. I was gathering flowers one morning, and I picked a big dandelion puff. I blew on it, whoo, and made a wish. Just then I heard someone shout, 'You blew my house down!' There in the middle of a messy pile of straw stood an angry little piggy. He started chasing me." "Tell the truth, B.B. Wolf," oinked someone in the back of the library. You think he's telling the truth? "Who's telling the story anyway?" B.B. asked. All of a sudden, I smelled smoke. I followed my nose and found another piggy playing with matches next to a pile of sticks. The sticks were on fire, so I blew on them as hard as I could to put out the flames, you understand. Was the piggy grateful? No. He charged toward me. "Isn't that wolf's snout getting longer?" asked Pinocchio. "I think it is, I think it is," said the little engine. "Tell the truth, B.B. Wolf." "Okay, well, maybe it was the other way around. Anyway, I ran until I collapsed in front of a little brick house. I was tired and thirsty, so I banged on the door and begged. 'Please let me come in.' From inside the house, a piggy voice answered, 'Climb up on the roof and slide down my chinny-chin chimney.' 'No one is falling for your story,' cracked Humpty Dumpty. 'It's a cooked-up, half-baked tale,' snapped the gingerbread boy. "Tell the truth, B.B. Wolf." He looks quite mad at this point. B.B. Wolf let out a dismal huff and a small, sad puff. "I didn't tell the truth," he groaned. "The truth is so embarrassing, and what's important is that I've changed. Really, I have." The 3 pigs stomped their trotters. "Apologize right now," they demanded. B.B. Wolf took a deep breath. Oh, I can't say it." so I guess I'll have to sing it. Once I was wild and woolly and acted like a bully. Now I'm begging on my knees, little pigs, forgive me, please. Well, said the first little pig, I guess we could forgive you. It did happen a long time ago, said the second little pig. But your middle name is still bad, added the third little pig. Goodness gracious, exclaimed B.B. Wolf. I need a new middle name, don't I? He snagged the dictionary from the library shelf and pawed through the pages. Oh, he's looking for a new middle name. His finger is underneath this word, bodacious.
What does that mean?
Ooh, outstanding, remarkable. That's it, said the wolf. From this day forward, I am the only big, bodacious, benevolent, bookish wolf. Wow. In fact, I'll borrow some books right now. Toodaloo, he called to the three pigs. See you in a few weeks. The wolf hurried home. He read and thought and planned and drew lots of pictures. Those piggies would love their very own mud wallow, commented the crocodile. Why not trim the house with gingerbread? The witch suggested. He and his chums went to work. In no time at all, the house was finished. You think the little pigs will like that? Friends, said the former menace, it's not enough for me to say I'm sorry. I have to prove it and repair my reputation. Here is your very own piggyback mansion. Thank you, squealed the three pigs, and they began to sing. The wolf was mean and vicious. He thought piggies were delicious. Then he lied and told a story that was wrong, and he was sorry. Now he's changed. He's not pretending. That's a very happy ending. Think that's a happy ending? I like the ending.
It's a happy story.
All right. Let's see what Miss Lisa has over there.
Well, I hope you are really paying attention to her book, because you noticed that in her book was all story characters. And I've got a set of 3 pictures, but one of these characters was not in the story.
Okay, good.
Okay? So, Clayton, come on up here. We have Pinocchio, we have the witch, and we have Papa Smurf. Come pull off one of those. Which one was not in our story today? That's right. Papa
yay.
Smurf was not in our story. Okay. What about the Frog Prince and an alligator and a dragon? Zane, you want to come on up and pick one? Which one was not in our story?
Oh, I can't guess it. I'm looking at.
Do you know which one? Some of these are a little hard because you had to look at the pictures in the book. Was there a dragon in the book?
I don't remember.
Was there an alligator in the book?
Yeah, there was.
Was the Frog Prince in the book? Who wants to help him out?
I don't think there's E, not the frog.
Yeah, the Frog Prince. Pull that one down. As this one's at the end of the book. He's flying around after the house, the brand new house was built. Okay, so the Frog Prince is gone. All righty, next we have the little engine that could, the fairy godmother, and the big bad wolf. Alexandra, you want to come on up? Which one is it? You're next. Don't worry, you'll get next. Which one's not in our story? The big bad wolf? Or the fairy godmother?
Oh, yeah.
The fairy godmother was not in our story, was it? All right, next one is yours. You ready? Is it the troll, Humpty Dumpty, or Mickey Mouse? Which one was not in the story? Come pull one off.
That's hard.
Is it hard? Which one was not in our B.B. Wolf story?
I don't, like, I know Humpty Dumpty stayed in there.
Yeah. Was there a troll? It might not have looked the same, but was there a troll in the story?
I think so.
Yeah, so was Mickey in the story at all?
Take off Mickey.
Mickey wasn't in that
Good
story.
job.
All right, we have a couple more. Let's see who can guess this one. Was there Dopey, Rumpelstiltskin, or the Three Pigs? Who wants to come do it? All right, Clayton, come on up.
Was in there?
Which one was not? Was Dopey in there? No, Rumpelstiltskin was, and so was the Three Pigs. All right, this is our last one. I haven't really tricked you guys yet. Let's see if this works. Was there a gingerbread man, little red hen, or a genie?
I think.
Come on up. Which one was not in there?
I don't think the genie.
The genie wasn't, was there?
Right.
Very good.
Ooh, you guys are smart.
Genie was in there. Wait, was the hen in the truck on the very end?
Yeah, I think she was in the truck. Yeah,
Yeah.
some of them were just pictures. They weren't main characters.
I saw it beside something.
Yeah. Well, all of these characters were in her book. These are all book characters, aren't they? So I have
Definitely the troll because he's reading books.
Yeah, yes, you're right. So I have another story about a guy named Alfred Zechter, and he's a book collector. You guys have books at your house?
Yeah.
I hope so. Okay, let's see what this little boy does. He likes to collect books. You guys read on your tummy like that? Sometimes, maybe. Alfred Zechter was a book collector. In his warm, weathered house, stuffed in crannies and nooks, were heaps and rows and stacks of his beloved bound books. They're everywhere, aren't they? As a child, young Alfred just longed to belong, but each time he tried, something always went wrong. He was lonely and shy, this bright, dreamy boy, till the day he discovered that books brought him joy. Time flew and stacks grew, every shelf overflowing. As Alfred got older, his collection kept growing. Alfred's cabinets were crammed with novels, not dishes. The aquarium housed the encyclopedia of fishes. There are books everywhere, right? Even in the toaster.
Even in the fridge.
Yeah.
Even in the cooking pan.
He thought he would be happy after only one more, but that led to 2 books and 3 books, then 4. Alfred inspected the stacks tipping tall. Not enough, he decided. I must have them all. His home on the hill was stretched at the seams, but Alfred was close, oh so close to his dreams. He scoured the city on foot and on 4s. He overturned rocks and knocked on front doors. So he's getting books from all his friends, right? At long last, at the end of his searching drew near, his fingers trembled, his eyes held a tear. The very last book was owned by a tyke. I'll trade you that book for my shiny red bike. Would you trade a book for a bike?
No.
The town was now emptied of books big and small. Alfred Zechter, the book collector, had collected them all. He carried in candles and food by the load, and he locked the door shut on his book-filled abode. Look at that house. It's bursting with books, isn't it? Alfred should have been happy. His dream had come true, but something was missing. Now what should I do? Tick, 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 tock. The clock on the wall said. Well, of course, said Alfred. I must read them all. How long is that going to take?
Forever.
Forever? Days became weeks and months became years. Alfred read everything from Seuss to Shakespeare. Meanwhile, life for the people without books had become quite dullish and plain dreary and holy humdrum. Conversations were bland and bedtime was a bore. There were children who had never been read to before. That'd be a shame. Then one fateful day, Alfred's last book was read. As he pondered the story, thoughts itched in his head. The tired old man took a good look around. Books blocking the doors had left him housebound. The joy he had once felt was replaced by sheer doom. The books that he had loved had created his tomb. Alfred felt smothered. Now what? He cried. Something's still missing. What is it? He sighed. What's missing from his life? Alfred shuffled and shimmied up the tall chimney stack. He emerged out the top of his weed-woven shack. The weeds had taken over. Look at that. Then there on the roof he sat very still till a rusty red bike rattled over the hill. Now, all of that reading had made Alfred quite smart. Thoughts sprang from his head, and they sprang to his heart. I figured it out, Alfred called from the thatch. Excuse me, young man, here's a gift for you. Catch. Alfred felt giddy and as free as a bird. There's more where that came from. Go and spread the word. Alfred gave books to the old and the young. He laughed and he smiled as the stories were told. And once again, folks were reading all over the town, in bakeries and on buses and in trees, even upside down. Surrounded by friends, Alfred Zechter declared, the best kinds of books are the books that are shared. Right, we like to share our stories, don't we?
Well, that was a book.
That was
A book about books.
Books about books. I love it. It's one of my favorite ones.
That was
What if they were reading about people who were reading?
oh my.
Yeah, that'd be a lot of reading. Reading.
Well, we're going to switch gears because now we're going to talk about who's knocking at the door. We shall see who's knocking at the door. Once there was an old man and old woman who lived on a farm along a lonely road. One cold, snowy night, they heard a knock, knock, knock at the door. Who can be out on a night like this? The old woman asked. We'll soon find out, her husband said, and he went to the door and opened it. A horse stood in the doorway. I've come a long way and I'm very tired, he said. Could you put me up for the night? Make yourself at home, the old man replied, but please close the door. It's cold out.
Sigh. Make your rhyme.
Thank you, said the horse. He walked to a corner of the room, clippity-clop, and stood quietly looking out the window. The old man sat down at the kitchen table. Wife, he whispered, have you ever heard a horse talk before? No, the old woman replied as she passed a slice of apple pie to her husband. But there's a first time for everything. Just then they heard another knock at the door. The old man sighed. If it isn't one thing, it's another. And he got up and opened the door. Two fat hens fluttered and flapped in the doorway. Oh, it's much too cold to roost in a tree tonight. May we take shelter with you, please? Come in, the old man said. You can roost near the fireplace. So the hens flew, flippity-flappity, to the fireplace. When the old man returned to the table, he whispered, Wife, who ever heard of a talking hen? The old woman smiled at her husband. If a horse can talk, why not a hen? Look over here in the corner, we got the two hens talking. One says, what a cozy spot this is, Mabel. And the other one says, oops, I just laid an egg. Just as they were drying the last supper dish, they heard yet another knock on the door. I hope it isn't a cow this time, the old man said, but it was. I can't walk another step, said the cow, groaning. My hooves are killing me. Please let me stay with you tonight. There's always room for one more, said the old man, opening the door wide. "Thank you." The cow stepped inside, and when he saw the horse, she exclaimed, "Thank goodness you're here." And she went clumpity clump across the room until she stood beside him. They must be old friends, huh?
They must have lived on the farm together.
That's possible, I'd say. It was late and the old man and old woman were tired, so they went upstairs to bed. The next morning when they woke up, they heard voices in the kitchen below. And when they went downstairs, they found the cow sweeping the floor, the hens cooking pancakes on the stove, and the horse carrying in wood for the fire. "Breakfast is ready. Please sit down," said the hens. And the cow says, "We've had a lot of snow this winter." And the horse says, "I'll be glad when spring comes." So the old man and the old woman sat down at the table with their guests, and while eating many pancakes, they talked about many things. At last the horse said, "You were very kind to give us shelter. Now we must be off." After thanking the old man and woman, the 4 animals went on their way. "I never thought that a horse, a cow, and 2 hens could be such good company," said the old man. "Looks can be deceiving," his wife replied as she put the maple syrup back in the cupboard. Suddenly they heard a loud knock on the door. "They must have forgotten something," the old man said. But when he opened the door, he saw a man with a coil of rope in one hand and a cage in the other. "Where are my animals?" the farmer shouted. "Your animals?" the old man asked. "Yes," shouted the farmer. "I see tracks all around the outside of your house." "They left early this morning," said the old man, "but they didn't tell us where they were going." "And of course we were too polite to ask," said his wife. See their tracks? "You silly old woman, of course they didn't tell you. Animals can't talk." And off went the farmer, muttering to himself, "Just wait till I get my hands on those lazy good-for-nothing beasts." "Good riddance," the old woman said as she slammed the door. Then they spent the rest of the day, like so many others, cooking and cleaning, eating and napping, and playing game after game of checkers. At last it was time to go to bed. Suddenly 2 men carrying bags pushed open the front door. "Get out of our way, old man and old woman, and don't you dare come back until we tell you to." "If it isn't one thing, it's another, wife," muttered the old man, and they hurried upstairs. They look a little different than the others that have been there.
They should, in bed, they should grab their phone.
"What can they be doing down there?" whispered the old woman, jumping into bed. "Something not good," whispered the old man as they hid under the covers. They listened to the gruff voices of the 2 men and the clinking of coins until they fell asleep. The next morning when they awoke, they heard the clatter of dishes. "I smell something cooking," said the old woman. "I hope those men are feeling better this morning," said the old man. "Me too," said the old woman. "I'm hungry." So they went down the stairs very, very cautiously. And guess who they saw in the kitchen?
I know exactly, probably the hen, the cow, and the horse. Actually,
You
no,
think so?
A donkey. A donkey.
What do you think,
Because I saw
Clayton?
a donkey on the front page.
I think they're bad guys.
The bad guys?
That is right.
Nope.
"Good morning," said the cow. "Are you surprised to see us again?" "Oh, yes," the man exclaimed. "Last night 2 men were here." "We know," the horse said. "They're still here. We've locked them up in your closet." "They are robbers," the hens added. "When they passed us yesterday, we heard them talking about stopping here. So we came back to be sure they did you no harm." "One good turn deserves another," said the cow. "Here are the bags of money they stole." The old woman picked up a bag. "Oh my," she exclaimed, "this bag is heavy." Just then they heard a knock, knock, knock.
Oh no. Donkey. Probably a donkey.
Yay!
We haven't had so much company in years, the old man said as he opened the door. A tall man wearing a big hat held out a badge. To make a long story short, I am the sheriff. I'm looking for, who am I looking for? He asked, removing his hat to scratch his head. Robbers, perhaps, suggested the old man. Robbers, you're right, 2 robbers. The old woman pointed. They're in the closet. Why are they in the closet? Oh, I know. They must be hanging up their coats, said the sheriff.
No.
The sheriff opened the door. Bang, boom, kerplunk. Out fell the robbers. Just wait till we get our hands on that talking horse, they shouted. Hands, hands. Oh, I almost forgot. Handcuffs. And the sheriff quickly pulled 2 pairs of handcuffs out of his pocket and put them on the robbers. Click, clack, click, clack. Here's the money they stole, said the old woman, and she handed him the bags of money. Money? Money? Oh, I almost forgot. You get a reward for catching the robbers. The sheriff opened a bag, counted $50, and gave the money to the old woman.
You don't get rewards.
Hi ho, sang the sheriff. It's off to jail we go. But just as he and the robbers were leaving, the farmer appeared again. Aha, he shouted. There they are. Oh, no, you don't, yelled the sheriff. I got here first. These are my robbers, and he pushed the robbers out the door. The farmer went over to the cow and pulled her tail. You lazy good-for-nothing cow. Moo, moo, the cow said. And you stupid old horse. He turned to the horse and kicked him. Nay, nay, the horse said. Then the farmer tried to catch the clucking hens, but they flew up onto the rafters. I'll teach you a lesson. It's off the market you'll go. The mean old farmer, isn't he? Wait, the old woman cried. There is no need to take your animals to market. We'll buy them for you. You can have them for $50, the farmer said. I won't take a penny less. The old woman smiled. You drive a hard bargain, she said, as she gave him the money. So the farmer went away counting. 41, 42, 43, 44. And very soon after, the horse and the cow and the hens began to dance a jig. Then the old man and the old woman were dancing too. And that's the end of the story, except to tell you that they all lived together, enjoying the good company of one another for many, many years. All is well that ends well. So we have some baby chicks at the end too.
Oh boy.
I thought that was a long story.
Okay, where's the donkey? See, there's a donkey right there.
Well, I think that's the horse.
Oh, I saw a donkey when we first saw it. It looked like a donkey.
That was the horse.
That's what I kept saying.
Where's the dog?
So which one was your favorite story today, Clayton? Let's see. Which one was your favorite one?
Who's at the door?
He says all of them.
All of them. Does anybody here have a favorite?
Me.
Okay, Lynx.
That one.
Yay!
Alfred Zector, book collector. And you said this one? Yeah, I kind of like that one too. What about you, Alexandra? Which one was your favorite? This one?
That one.
Yeah, it was kind of
That's
funny.
a cute, funny one, yes.
Yeah.
Which one did you
Kind
like?
of funny. Well, I don't know. I sort of like them all. I sort of like them all, but this one was funny. I think I might have liked that one pretty well.
I like that one too.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it was awfully nice to have all of you today join us for story time. And we'd just like to remind you, come down by the library soon and see us. We like to say goodbye.